Hello and welcome to Total War Warhammer, a replay of an online battle, and this is a battle between the Empire and Bretonnia. So, for whatever reason, these two forces of good have decided to clash. These forces of man, some dispute. Man always has disputes with itself. So, my army is very infantry weak and cavalry heavy. I have a holding force of spearmen at arms. I have 4 peasant bowmen and 6 knights of the realm, plus Leon Luancourt on Hippogriff with Pegasus Knights protecting him, and on the flank of my troops I have a damsel hoping to cast Wind Blast on the flank of his troops, which is kind of like Wind of Death of the vampires. So my opponent has a lot of heroes. He has the warrior priest of Sigmar on a horse. No, that's not Karl Franz, just a captain. A light wizard and some Empire Knights on both flanks. Demigryphs in the rear. Some mortars already firing my men, doing quite a bit of... Oh no, they've been missing a lot of the shots. He has 2 handgunners and 2 crossbows, which will do quite well against my peasant bowmen. Usually peasant bowmen are good unless they have enemy skirmishers. If enemy skirmishers are present, they don't do so hot. So I'm getting blown apart by his mortars. But the thing is that the peasant bowmen do have better range. They have better range than the handgunners, not better range than the crossbows. So yeah, I'm gonna get picked apart by these. These longbows should have better range, but and then look at that mortar fire, just entirely broke the unit and the unit next to it. So that's not good. And is he casting something? Oh, he's casting a banishment or something like that with his light wizard. So he's fending off his flanks with one... Oh, this is Reichsguard on this side. And the banishment is not great, but it is doing some... Not really. I was gonna say it was doing some damage. But now when I advance my front line, it is trying to fix him as well as it can, but if it dies before it gets to his line, it's not going to fix him at all. Fortunately for me, he didn't bring very powerful infantry either. He just has spearmen in the front and swordsmen in the back. He has no great swords or anything. So yeah, already down to half health. These guys are just getting destroyed. But they will get to the line, and once they get to the line, there will be some respite. They'll have to fight pretty weak spearmen. So, Reichsguard have engaged my Knights of the Realm. It's an okay fight for them, but it's 2v1 right here. And I'm casting my damsel right here, and boom! That does so much damage to their line, and that actually helps out my guys be able to survive for a bit longer against these spearmen. So yeah, so now I'm charging in with my Knights of the Realm, getting some handgunners along the way, and he puts Net of Ammontok on my guys. I mean, it's okay spell, but it does force me to have 3 units versus his Reichsguard, which is a waste. But my other unit is wreaking havoc behind his lines, and this goes very fast. So I just wanted to make sure everything is caught. The handgunners are getting torn to pieces by the Knights of the Realm. They are not going to like that. Spearmen arms are already rioting, with 64 men still left in the unit, and these other guys are losing decisively. But I am getting the hammer and anvil that I need to win this fight, and my damsel is moving up for another one of those things. So Leon Luancourt is landing on the ground, as well as his Pegasus Knights, and they're getting ready to do some hammer and anvils, although the anvil has already broken. So Another spell going off. Gonna do a lot of damage to the spearmen. Also some of my guys as well. That's gonna rout them. But Leon Coeur is ganging up on all this mortar crew. But the Demigryph Knights with halberds are very good in this fight, and they have all the buffs they need. Stand your ground, and my Knights of the Realm Pegasus Knights are getting wrecked by those halberds. So Net of Ammontok has gotten off, so I can bring up more units to support. Some of my spears have survived. Reichsguard are killing my damsel right there, and these Demigryph Knights are racking up a lot of HP damage on me. So then I cast, oh no, what is this? Yes, I cast Comet of Cassandora, because I see this is where the most of the elite troops of the Empire, and boom, some nice HP damage on those elite Empire units. And my line has reformed, and most of the Empire infantry is in a rout. The Demigryph Knights still have 35 kills, and that's like elite Pegasus Knights and Knights of the Realm, and doing a lot of damage to King Lewin right there. So we also have the Empire Captain supporting his troops, and the mortar crew just doing something, I guess. So we also have, wait, here's the Empire Captain as well. Wait, what? Oh, we have an Empire Captain, and here's the Empire Captain that's the leader, whatever. So these Reichsguard are killing my damsel right here, but I have some support with my Knights of the Realm, and I'm gonna rear charge. So I'm also gonna cast. Oh no, that's just Arcane Conduit. So the Peasant Bowmen doing some damage to the Demigryphs, because these guys will take down a lot more cavalry if they're allowed to. So he cast another banishment. He probably shouldn't have done it on my infantry. He should have done it. He should have saved his magic when it was more necessary on my cavalry. So this warrior priest is holding up my knights quite well. So I have to send my Pegasus Knights to take care of him. And yeah, on his horse he looks even cooler than on foot. So I have routed these guys over here. For some reason, the balance bar does not favor me. I think that's partly because he has a lot of heroes left, and heroes, although they don't look like much on the battlefield, they can do a lot of damage. And this Empire Captain plus his twin are doing quite well, just killing all the infantry I have. So the most dangerous unit on the battlefield right now are these Demigryph Knights. They are lower HP, but they still have 13 guys in the unit, and they could easily take down the rest of my cavalry, given the right opportunity. So I'm gonna focus fire with everything I have on these Demigryph Knights. But he's gonna get a good charge against my Peasant Bowmen. But it does get stopped by these spearmen. And these spearmen do have a bonus versus large. So what I'm going to do to neutralize these Demigryphs is I'm going to send another Comet of Cassandora to crush them. And it looks so epic. Boom! You can see that Demigryph falling over. The rest of them wavering, and yeah. Comet of Cassandora is a really cool looking spell. So the spearmen, although they have a bonus versus large, are still not completely taking care of his Demigryph Knights. They get away, and they're gonna get destroyed by the infantry, his heroes. So he does Soul Fire with his Warrior Priest, which is a really awesome ability. It's like a bombardment spell that buffs your men. It's kind of cool. And he's going to take care of these Knights of the Realm quite well with his Hammer of Sigmar. So I have reduced my opponent to these Demigryphs who have reformed. This Empire Captain, his other Empire Captain, and the Warrior Priest is fleeing, and I've chased this light wizard off with my wizard. So I'm just gonna swamp this demigryph, make sure it has no chances, and shooting these guys in the back. Peasant bowmen don't do great, considering heroes have 85 armor and a shield. Some heroes have over 100 armor, but they're gonna do what they can, and a lot of arrows don't even hit them. So I'm just gonna regroup and reform. Make sure I don't charge in piecemeal to let these two champions defeat me. And they're like, let's pretend they're brothers, because they look pretty sweet together. So I guess they're both commanders. I don't know. So the two brothers going into combat, the last people left of their army. It's a two-man army now. All of those arrows completely missing, jeez. Oh, we can see the two-tailed comet on one of the guys' shields, and on the other we just have a skull with a warhammer. So he's retreating. Try to get away from my missiles. It's not gonna do him much good. It's just gonna make him more tired. Yeah, I would definitely be exhausted in these full plate armor, just running around the entire time. So now they're getting peppered by arrows again. They just do not care. That he has 5 freaking arrows in his shield. So the duo is marching into combat, and they're going to charge my guys, who are going to stand their ground. So these guys are epic in combat, but my Pegasus Knights are going to come down and land on their heads, as well as the rest of my Knights of the Realm, and they're going to get some buffs from my Damsel as well. Phos protection, I believe. Oh, harmonic conversion. So all of the buffs just, and these guys get swamped. Yeah, just everyone comes in to fight them. So good versus good. Good wins, obviously. And the heroes did okay, but it was really the demigryphs that got a lot of kills against my very important units. But you saw the hammer and anvil just crush his line, and mortar's doing some damage, but considering they're 600 or 800, probably not enough. Anyway, good game to Malik Voss, and I'll see you next time.